Hello, Sofa Squad, and welcome back to the damn podcast channel. Now, don't forget, if you're watching this channel, you are watching the podcast version of my channels, so be sure you're subscribed to this one. This is where I go over headlines, we go live, we do kind of chat, stuff like that over here, quick case updates, things of that nature, which is what we will be doing today. Now, if you want some of my deeper dives, that kind of stuff, be sure to subscribe to my main channel. The link is down below. Now, today we're going to be talking about a headline slash case update. Y'all, this is about the Brian Laundrie case. This is a major victory so far for Gabby's parents. You saw the thumbnail, you clicked it, here we are, we're talking about it. And so we're going to talk about it again very quickly. So what I'm going to do is I'll link the article below. Now, what I've done is, this is a New York Post article. Now, usually I do not consider these like the most, let's say, not accurate, but you know, the most, you know, whatever you want to call it. But I've looked at several different ones, and this one has the most quick, boom, 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 here's the information. It's in other places too. So we're going with this one. That's what I'm trying to get out. Okay. The article title is Judge Allows Gabby Petitos Family to Sue Brian Laundrie's Parents Over the Knowledge of Killing. This article is written by Joshua Rhett Miller. Again, this is a New York Post article. We will discuss other things besides this little article here. So, just as the headline says, if you've been following this case, then you know that the Petitos have filed suit against the Laundries, and this is over some statements that were made that essentially come down to them having knowledge of what Brian did to Gabby and making some statements, and they filed a lawsuit. We've been waiting to hear the outcome of this, or not the outcome of it, but like, you know, what's going to happen? Well, the Laundries came back and filed a motion saying, look, let's throw this out, let's dismiss it, we don't even need to have this kind of a thing. They didn't even show up to the hearing for it, and the judge has sided with the Petitos. So this, like I said, is very major. So here we go. Let's just read over a couple of the main points of it. Now, what I'm going to do is directly quote the article here, which is also directly quoting the motion and whatnot from the proceedings. So it says, as alleged by the plaintiffs, the Laundries made their statement knowing that Gabby was dead, knowing the location of her body, and knowing that her parents were frantically looking for her, Carol wrote in a ruling obtained by the Post. If this is true, then the Laundries statement was particularly callous and cruel, and is sufficiently outrageous to state claims for intentional infliction of emotional distress. Okay, so like I said, this is major for them. Honestly, I was kind of like curious to see what they were going to say. Part of me was feeling like they're going to throw this out, right? I mean, you never know these days, right? So the fact that he's not thrown it out and said, yeah, let's look like further into this or whatever, or see if this comes out to be true or whatever, very interesting. Now, of course, the Laundries have denied knowing this, having any knowledge, any of this kind of stuff. Now, Gabby's father did put out a tweet. I'm going to put up on the screen so you can see it here. So as you see, he hashtags the truth will be revealed, justice for Gabby Petito, and he's retweeting or putting somebody else's tweet up there. This is about the motion, and it's putting up like the first page of the motion. Now, at the time of this recording, I don't have all the pages from it, but we will just kind of look here at the first little part of it, and I'll do a closer up of that on the screen for you to see. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a quick look at that. So it says in this first part, today's ruling does not determine what happened to Gabby Petito. Instead, today's ruling is technical in nature. It determines only whether Gabby Petito's parents, the plaintiffs, stated a valid claim against Brian Laundrie's parents, the defendants. Because the Laundrie statement by their attorney in the context of the unique facts of this case is objectively outrageous, the court concludes that plaintiffs have stated causes of action for intentional infliction of emotional distress against the Laundries. The court denies the Laundries' motion to dismiss. Now, remember, this particular statement that they are talking about it was like a few days, like 5 days, I believe, before Gabby's body was recovered out there in Wyoming, and I'm just going to read it from my notes here. And this was the attorney when he said, it is our hope that the search for Miss Petito is successful and that Miss Petito is reunited with her family. So this is, the central point here, or whatever. Now, there is still, well, I shouldn't say there's time, but they do have until July 15th, and by they, I mean the Laundries. They have until July 15th to respond to the allegations, and we'll just kind of see what happens with that. Again, this is just going to be a waiting game. This is going to go on for a while, right? And obviously what we're seeing here is, I feel like this is a good sign to see that the judge is dotting I's and crossing T's, right? This isn't just a, nah, whatever. This is a, let's vet things out. This is such a very public case. Obviously, this is a very emotional case. There's a lot of unanswered questions. A lot of people feel very, specific certain ways about different things. There's a divided line, that kind of thing. And at the center of it is a girl, Gabby Petito, who lost her life. And also at the center of it is Brian Laundrie, who we are seeing multiple confessions of him saying that he took her life. But there's just this very murky waters around all of the stuff that went down with that and how it happened and when this took place and what his parents knew and all this kind of stuff, right? So there's that. At the end of the day, I hope these lawsuits will bring answers to her parents, right? Because that is what they are after. What they want to do is find out answers, they want to find out truth, and they want to find out justice. So there's that. So again, major victory for the parents. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Again, as I always like to say in all my videos, thank you to everybody who makes these my channels possible. I wouldn't be here without you. Drop some hearts in the comment section for Gabby, as well as all the victims that we talk about here on all the channels of mine, whose lives and voices were stolen from this earth by oftentimes absolute monsters who stole them from them. And that's it. I hope everybody out there is doing well. Thank you again for joining me. And until next time we gather around the damn podcast or the damn sofa over there, I'll see y'all soon.